Giants fans know
That's all I got for you. They do and they don't. The Giants, they weren't as successful offensively. Let's take a listen to Eli Manning.
They definitely had a plan to slow down Odell. A lot of teams are. So, it's still, hey, we got to get, we can still run our offense. We got guys that can get open and make plays, and so we just got to do a better job of just executing our offense. That's what it's about. It's about trying to move the ball. Move the ball at decent times. Had some big plays in the run game, a screen to Saquon. We got down the red zone. We got to score in the red zone. So that's really what it comes down to the first half. Wasn't great, but because you got to turn. You can't just you can't get field goals right there. We got to find ways to get touchdowns.
Well, the New York media didn't take it easy on the Giants after that loss. We, of course, have little Giants here. They're blaming Odell. They're blaming Eli. They're saying to fine everybody. And the press isn't holding back. Media, Twitter, and neither are radio listeners. We opened up the lines, guys, for GMFB Radio to let these New Yorkers voice their frustrations on
These are real New Yorkers?
Giants this morning. Yeah.
Start on the phone.
Yeah. We've got GMFB Radio open. Caller Jerry from Kew Gardens, take it away.
I was with my Aunt Bernice, rest her soul, when Eli hit Tyree in the Super Bowl. It was one of the greatest moments of my life. I was with my Uncle Paul when, rest his soul also, when Eli hit Manningham, one of the greatest moments of my life. And now I'm watching Eli do this, and I'm telling you, I'm getting emotional. It's not fair to Eli. It's not fair. We got to replace him. I can't go on like this. He deserves better, and we all do as Giants fans. We deserve better.
Forlorn Jerry.
I noticed Jerry in Kew Gardens has like 7 different accents in one call. At one point, it was an Indian accent.
Yeah, it's all over the map.
He's very upset.
I think so.
He was like Leo in Departed. Just really mixing up that accent.
Man. What is that?
Jerry didn't want to see Eli go out this way.
He's depressed, man. And the family members that passed away,
Rest their souls.
Rest their souls. And I think before we bury Eli, he's saying, let's not put him in that situation.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like it. All right, let's keep the phone lines coming here. Phone calls coming. GMFB Radio, lines are hot. Donna from Staten Island.
Look, I don't ask for much. I want good health, good family, good food, good friendships. I got all that. Would it kill me to have some good Giants football? Odell with the antics, running off the field at halftime. Fighting with the freaking thermostat on the sideline. Marco, keep it down. I'm on the radio. I don't know what to tell you. It's going to be a long few months. Fortunately, pitches, catches, they report in the next few weeks. Am I right? It's a sin. God bless.
It's a sin. Donna.
Someone calling for Ma? You can't say we're not the best show on TV. Come on now.
Donna's about to whip that kid with a piece of Hot Wheels track.
Ma, what do you do? Get off the phone.
He's talking pitchers and catchers. Donna.
That's good. Ma, you're embarrassing us. Stop.
You're going to hear one more. Just
fighting with the thermostat.
Yeah, let's bang the phones, as they say.
Don't mess with the thermostat.
Let's take a listen to Earl from Yonkers. Earl, you're live on GMFB Radio.
Hey, what's going on? This is Earl, but all my friends call me X. I'm representing Yonkers, but I'm not representing the Giants right now. Seems like they're slipping, they're falling, they can't get up. What's going on? How's it going down? They're not getting Odell the ball. All it is Saquon, Saquon, Saquon. Before the season, I thought we had some real dogs. Where are my dogs at? If this offense doesn't get it together, X gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
Earl.
Actual DMX.
Yeah, I think so. That was DMX. He said,
He's calling GMFB Radio.
Why is he going by Earl, right?
Well,
That's the name he chooses.
Yeah, nice fake name, DMX.
Earl.
Yeah, we know that. You know what's funny?
Where are my dogs at?
Yeah, where my dogs at? He thought there were some dogs on the field. They're not there.
Well, last night, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
The game wasn't even over yet, and we got a tweet asking for a caller. Do we have the tweet? People were coming in.
Yeah.
This caller sometimes become celebrities of themselves. It's been a while since Benny from Hohokus has called to WGMFB Radio. I feel like he's due for one of his epic rants. Adams, how's the phone bank look? They're calling for him.
Wait, the lines are lighting up, but I think we have Benny from Hohokus.
Oh,
Line
the dump
3,
button
take
ready.
it away.
I've been drinking all night, baby, but I gotta catch my bus in 1 minute, so let me get this out. I'm done with this team. I'm done. On my mother's eyes, I'm done, done. Giants losers. Yankees losers. Rangers losers. And the biggest loser, me, for believing in any of these jamokes. Pat Shermer, Pat Sherman, let me tell you something, my friend. Somebody get me Ben McAdoo on the phone, because I want to grab him by his big oily head, and I want to kiss him on his big dumb lips. At least that guy had a set on him. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. Pitches and catches in 122 days.
Benny wants to kiss Ben McAdoo right on his big dumb lips.
Revisionist history from Benny. He wasn't singing that tune last year.
Benny called last year and told Ben McAdoo to, I quote, watch your step. And he said, I know people. We had to cut him off. It was inappropriate and terrible. Benny can't do like that. What a flip-flop. Such a radio caller to flop like that. Dump the dump button next time. No more Benny. You're cut off.
If you listen to WFAN today, you will get calls very similar to that this morning. And we make fun of it. Giants fans are forlorn because there's no future in place. The quarterback spot is still the same guy that they saw last. They're 4-18 the last 22 games. 4-18. The Browns are better than the last 22 games.
What would you tell them, these fans? What would you tell Benny from Hohokus, Donna from Staten Island?
I would say this. I would say there's a Pac-12 game at like 10:30 at night, and Justin Herbert, the quarterback for Oregon, is playing. Start getting that ready because Tua is playing for Alabama.
There's a lot of good quarterbacks.
The taste of New York right now. Okay, so the Yankees just got hammered by the Red Sox.
In their building, losing 15-1.
The Rangers, there's the sense that they're wasting Henrik Lundqvist, and we got the Knicks coming to save us. We got the Knicks.
At least the weather's
got the Knicks.
Yeah, no, that's not happening either.
A little over there, but it's almost like it felt Benny and went away.
Or Porzingis. It's on you, man.
Guys, one of the biggest matchups in Week 6, the 4-1 Bengals. The Giants wish there were the Bengals right now, and they're hosting the AFC North rivals, the Steelers. We have both sides of this clash covered for you, of course, out there watching with us on Friday. Let's kick it over to Aditi Kinkhabwala. She's in Pittsburgh.
Okay, the Steelers defense is walking around with a bit more confidence this week. Sure, they are facing the Bengals' high-flying offense, but they're coming off of what was pretty close to a shutdown of the Falcons' high-flying offense last week. Now, a big part of that, of course, was the job that cornerback Joe Hayden did on all-world wide receiver Julio Jones. Through 3 quarters, Jones had 0 catches for 0 yards, and he was essentially a non-factor in the game. Now, this week, he will face A.J. Green. The Steelers have not yet said if Hayden will shadow Green, but in all the years that Hayden was with the Cleveland Browns, he did shadow Green. It's a formula that worked very well last week. Hayden said it's definitely something he enjoys doing, and he told me he's looking forward to that kind of challenge. Either way, this Steelers defense does seem to be in better stead than it had been since the season started. Now let's head out to Cincinnati, where Mike Garafolo is.
On Sunday here at Paul Brown Stadium, the first-place Bengals are hosting the last-place Steelers. Last-place Steelers, that sounds funny, but that's the situation right now in the AFC North. The Bengals going to have to knock off the Steelers. That would be the first time in 7 meetings because Pittsburgh has won the last 6. But Andy Dalton said we're not focused on the fact that it's the Steelers, just the fact that it is an AFC North opponent. It's an important game within the division. This is a high-flying Bengals offense that came a little bit back down to earth last week, and a Steelers defense that struggled but then tightened up last week against Atlanta. So it should be a good matchup on that side of the football on Sunday.
Great stuff from Mike and Aditi. Looking forward to that game. The Bengals can make just a huge statement. I feel like even though they're 4-1, people still aren't buying in like I know Kyle Brandt is. Fill in the blank, gentlemen. The Bengals win if what?
The Bengals win if they can continue to control the narrative of the game by running the rock. I mean, as good as Andy Dalton is playing, I don't want to lean on the passing game because oftentimes Andy Dalton will put his team in a position where that's not going to win it in the 4th quarter.
Right.
I mean, I've seen some great plays from this offense, and it's been creative. Bill Lazor, shout out to him, playing at a very high level since he's taken over. But I feel like if they run the ball well, that's going to be the anchor and foundation of the squad.
They win if they're not the same old Bengals. The Steelers own them. The last 6 times Ben Roethlisberger played the Bengals, he's come out a victor. They go to a playoff game where everyone thinks the Bengals and McCarron have the game locked up. The Steelers steal it from their grips. If the Bengals are the same old Bengals, they'll be 4-2 on Monday, and we'll be done talking about them. If they're a different team, they're 5-1 with a huge lead in the division against their rivals.
You calling them out?
Yeah.
You should.
I like it.
I'd say then the Big Ben has to not be Big Ben because Big Ben is 12-2 in Cincinnati.
They got all the numbers against Cincinnati, and I'll say this. The numbers that Bengals want to see is Roethlisberger throwing the ball by 50 times, because that is not the recipe for Pittsburgh. We've seen that. When Roethlisberger turns into a shootout, they usually lose. It all comes back to a guy we've talked all season, James Conner, number 30. If they stuff Conner, Roethlisberger has to drop back and throw. I think the Bengals win.
I said this last week or maybe even 2 weeks ago. If Andy Dalton goes 5-1 now, averaging the yardage he is, close to 300 yards a game, is he in the MVP race conversation?
Absolutely.
But like not as like a joke or like, oh, don't be cute. Like seriously.
And I'll one up you on that one. I think Dalton's MVP. I think Marvin Lewis, who everyone thought was going to be fired and kicked to the curb, might be your coach of the year.
I like that, right?
I love that.
And Laser, is it one's the watch or what?
He's absolutely. That offense is
You've
clicking.
had him.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something about Bill Laser? Bill Laser played college football at Cornell,
yeah.
and he was a team captain, and he was known as Captain Laser. Is that not the coolest nickname you've ever heard?
That's a great name.
Captain Laser.
He's got the best last name.
Amazing.
1,000%. And then after this game, let's say they do win against the Steelers, they've got Patrick Mahomes and
It's
Arrowhead.
an amazing matchup. Sunday night.
Hey.
In Arrowhead.
He suffered a setback
Red Rifle
in his
versus
knee
Red Rooster.
rehab. Will Aaron Rodgers play?